Why hello you amazing beautiful people, how you doing, and welcome back to another Tuesday reaction video. So if you don't know how these Tuesday reactions work, I simply go back to last week, I look at the comment section, I see what is the most upvoted, most liked comment, and that's what I react to. And last week this was easily the most liked, and that is Taylor Swift's Will You Love Me Tomorrow speech and live performance at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm actually really excited for this one because not only was it recommended heavily last week, it's been recommended for a long time, so I feel like it's about time we finally check this one out. If you got any more recommendations, put them down below, and if you like these reactions, please support them by liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more. And let's jump into my first time ever reaction to Taylor Swift performing live at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2021, Will You Love Me Tomorrow, and her speech. Like a banquet out there. I hope one day I get to go to an event like this. You see it all the time with like these award shows and that sort of thing. I don't know why I'd ever get invited, but I'd love to one day go. Just one day in my life before I'm not here anymore. It is utterly incredible how bizotting Taylor is, how she steps out onto that stage, and I swear, like, you feel your air like leave your lungs a little bit, you know? You're like, you can't hold your breath in it. It's like the equivalent of when you jump into cold water, you know, it just kind of hits you. She just takes that stage and you're like, you know, it just like knocks the wind out of you in a good way. She really does just grab your attention just so effortlessly, simply by walking on the stage, turning on the lights, and everyone's focus just turns to her. Oh, her quivers at the end of her bars here are beautiful. That freaking smile, man. That freaking smile. I love that she can switch it on and turn it off like just like that. She can go from like just looking so freaking captivating and serious, you know, all this attitude in the best way around her. She stands behind that microphone, to then simply moving the microphone and just smiling at the crowd, and everyone just melts. Love her outfit as well. She's amazing. She knows! She knows! Her eyes are magnetized towards cameras. Like, how do they know? Little camera in the back, and she just immediately just goes, like, looks straight at it. How does she always know? Oh, my voice still isn't repaired enough for this kind of reaction. Oh, I love the backing vocals on that note. Ah, the starlights are there! Thought so. What a beautiful performance. How does she like move like that across the stage? She like goes from like slow to like fast moving. Like it almost looks like someone's pressed the remote control and slowed her down. She'd be like gliding on the stage and then she just stops and just has this slow, like very thought out, simple step. And it like I said, it feels like someone slowed it down. It's amazing how she just controls her movements, controls her eyes, the direction. Her stage presence is like no one else. Taylor takes something as simple as walking and makes it complicated. Her voice doesn't even sound like human. It sounds celestial. It sounds like something else with the backup vocals. It gives it like a angelic feel. Especially with the lighting behind her as well. Look at this. This song really has like a like an 80s kind of feel, doesn't it? I can imagine it being featured in like a Patrick Swayze romance, you know? It has all those retro elements of that kind of era style of beautiful sort of movies where you would have like the main, like it would always be centered like Roadhouse, you know, always be centered around some sort of like violent situation that these two people are like spiral into, and there's like a romance to it as well, like a romance action. And I could imagine this song being featured in one of the more peaceful moments of a movie of that era. Does that make sense? Gosh, she just got the crowd in the palm of her hand. Fuck me, Taylor. How do you do this? Don't do it to me. Even the smile, I can't do it. I don't have the capacity today. She goes from look at her face right now. God, man. I'm still recovering. I gotta learn to stop yelling when I'm doing reaction videos. It's not good for me. Look at her face right now. So serious, so stunning. Looks like she's about to be on the front cover of a freaking magazine. And then, again, she just turns us into putty just by smiling. Look. And smile. Oh, come on. She's so adorable. Oh, she's so freaking adorable. Oh, my heart, man. Oh.
To induct Carole King into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Taylor Swift.
So, random question. Let me just check something. I had a feeling. The second it cut to the crowd, and you could see this lovely woman there just smiling and like lit up like with just such joy, and Taylor pointing at her. I had a feeling. So they then mentioned Carole King in a second. Carole King is the lady in the crowd, and that's her song. I didn't know. Will You Love Me Tomorrow? And I think this is her induction, and Taylor did her induction. This is amazing. That was amazing. Did you see how happy she was? Did you see the joy on her face in the crowd? And Taylor as well performing this song. That's the sweetest friggin' thing ever. I had no idea. Look at her face. Oh, she seems so happy. That's so
into
cute.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh,
Taylor Swift.
I cannot remember a time when I didn't know Carole King's music. I was raised by two of her biggest fans who taught me the basic truths of life as they saw it. That you should treat people the way you want to be treated. That you must believe you can achieve whatever you want to in life. And that Carole King is the greatest songwriter of all time.
Oh shit, man, I'm so gonna cry. Carole King just seems like so humble, humbled. She just seems like so sweet. She's like smiling, she's got like tears in her eyes. This is the cutest thing ever. I also want to say, that is so damn true. Just the simplest, like I imagine so many of us were raised like that. It's what my parents told me. One of the good things they told me. Just treat others how you want to be treated. I feel like the whole world needs to really learn that lesson these days.
And there have been times when any fan's dedication to the artist they love can complicate things in their personal life. For example, my dad once told me a story from when he was in college, and a girl he was just starting to date flirtatiously asked him if there were any songs that made him think of her. He instantly responded with his absolute favorite song, which was It's Too Late by Carole King. Not taking into consideration that the lyrics include lines like, something inside has died, and I just can't hide, and I just can't fake it. Shockingly, the relationship didn't work out, but...
Was that Nicole Kidman for a second? Am I crazy there? I gotta be honest. Swing and a miss. That's a swing and a miss there.
If it had, I wouldn't be here tonight.
So, well done, Carole King.
I grew up dancing around the living room in socked feet to the sounds of Carole's soulful voice, her infectious melodies, and lyrics that I, a 7-year-old, thought had been crafted from my exact specific life experience. I listen to Carole's music now, and I feel that same tingle of recognition. Her songs speak to the true and honest feelings that everyone has felt.
I love this. I love this. I don't mean any disrespect to Carole King at all by saying this, but listening to this, it honestly, for a second, feels like Taylor's talking about herself. Or it feels like one of us is talking about Taylor. And the reason I want to highlight this is because it's amazing what an inspiration Carole King and her songwriting and her music must have been for Taylor to sort of follow in those footsteps and those lessons. Because if that's how she felt about Carole King's music, like the honesty and the openness and these songs perfectly tailored to someone, like that interpretation that we feel when we listen to Taylor's music, it just shows what an influence she must have been.
Is currently feeling or hopes to feel one day. So it is only right for them to be passed down like precious heirlooms from parents to children, older siblings to younger, lovers to each other. These songs come to you from somewhere else, and then suddenly they are partly yours. The purity to the music she creates exists between two worlds, the mysterious, magical inspiration and decades of hard-earned and hard-learned craftsmanship. Just because Carole King makes what she has accomplished look so effortless doesn't mean it has been. She started out...
Anyone else just massively drawing similarities here? I'm starting to just fall in love with this Carole King lady, simply because the similarities, simply because as someone who must have inspired Taylor so heavily already has my admiration and respect and love. This is just beautiful work.
Out writing songs as a staff songwriter in the legendary Brill Building when she was a teenager, then a young mother. Later in her songwriting career, Carole had to be coaxed to step out front and perform her songs herself. And what a moment in music history that was. With Tapestry, she became one of the most successful female artists of all time.
Go, Carole! Man, I
Her
have to listen to a
persona
Carole
on
King song now.
Tapestry feels like listening to a close friend, intimately sharing the truths of her life so that you can discover the truths of...
Wait, holy shit. Carole King has a cat, and it's on her album cover? Alright. Alright. I'm just saying, the similarities are crazy. Now, have Carole King and Taylor Swift done a song together? If they haven't, they need to. I gotta hear a Carole King song. I have to.
Of your own.
This is crazy.
It was a watershed moment for humans in the world who have feelings, and for cats who had big dreams of one day ending up on iconic album covers.
For fuck's sake. Bloody Taylor. Of course she has to mention the cat. I mean, I did. And I imagine you all did as well. That's so funny.
Carole taught artists like me that telling your own story
That's hilarious.
is worth the work and struggle it takes to earn the opportunity for your story to be heard. That musical connection can be generation spanning. She created the purest works of love and strength and catharsis while navigating the politics of an era that didn't make space for the idea of a female genius. Slowly, but surely, Carole King worked and worked until she had created one, and it will be hers forever. She is an immensely generous artist in every sense of that term. She has given us all so much, and that's why I'm so moved and honored to be here this evening to give something back to her. Carole, please accept your well-deserved place in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I get an incredible, like, good energy from her. She seems like a lovely woman.
I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down.
I don't mean this in an insensitive way. I'm gonna say it anyway. She is tiny. She is tiny. She came up on that stage. She's like Taylor's taller. So Taylor's quite tall anyway. So I imagine, like, in general, Taylor's gonna look tall next to a few people, but she is tiny and adorable, and I love her already, and I don't know anything about her. My word. My word. This was adorable. This was such a good reaction. A reaction choice. Thank you so much, every single one of you who recommended this to me. This was the best. First, just listening to Taylor's speech with such like kindness and admiration towards this artist I don't know anything about, and then hearing how much of an inspiration she has been to Taylor and Taylor's music and her style, and hearing those comparisons and seeing them in Taylor's work, and sort of like connecting the dots about how much Carole King must have directed Taylor, like with unknowingly so, just through her music, and like feeling all of that was just amazing. Like you could tell how much she meant to Taylor, how much love Taylor had for her, and how much love she had for Taylor as well, just sitting in that crowd, just with these big, like, gooey eyes, just looking at Taylor with tears in them, just so grateful for someone to be talking about her like that, just melts your whole soul. It's just a beautiful video to watch. It really was. It was full of love and kindness and sweetness. It just melts your whole heart, and it gives us a little insight into Taylor and her parents, and sort of the path that was led out in front of Taylor, you know, for her to follow, the path that she walked down, and what influenced her on that journey. And I feel like we got a little look into a big inspiration of hers, which was very, very, very sweet to see. It really was, and it was impossible not to draw similarities between the way Taylor was talking about Carole and how we feel about Taylor, how like we would describe Taylor. And I find that really cute as well, because you can see, again, the directions that were sort of formed there. And I loved listening to like the bridge being formed verbally about Taylor describing Carole, and then how we would describe Taylor. Honestly, just awesome. I feel like these two are incredibly similar. I would love to learn more about her, even as similar to Go as to having a freaking cat in your album cover. I absolutely want to learn more about Carole King. I'd love to check out some of her music. And let me know what I should react to in the comment section down below. Let me know a little bit about her as well. And let me know what you would like me to react to next Tuesday. Thank you so much for giving me some of your precious time. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out. And as always, my friends, you will see me in the next video.